sitting here with Tina Chang and Marchell Sade.
Hello.
And today we're going to talk about top 5 reasons why we think we're single or we think that people are single. Okay, so, okay guys, what do you think?
Well, it may be, from a woman's perspective, I feel like if you're aggravating to a guy, if you call his phone too much, or you're just too clingy, maybe that's why you're single, or, maybe your pussy's not wet. I don't know. Maybe you just don't have good sex. It may be a lot of things of why you're single. I don't know. I can go on for days.
So we're going with the top 5. What do you think, Tina?
I think the top 5 is, one of the top 5 is selection.
Mm-hmm.
I think we are always in search of what we think we want and what's not good for us.
Right.
Sometimes we're sold on the image. We live in a microwave day and age where image sells, and what's popular on TV and what's popular in, social media is what a lot of women unfortunately get caught up in.
Yeah, I believe that. I believe that because I always get caught up with the swag thing. I was stuck on that for a long time. So yeah, I know what you mean. Us coming from New York.
It's a maturity thing. You kind of grow out of it. Me myself, coming from New York, I always had this hidden image where I thought, okay, if he had a little bit of street but cleaned up well and was able to maneuver in corporate America but had a little hidden tattoo on his neck, I was sold on it. It got me. But then, it's mature. Once you've had a couple of those bad apples and have gone through, that whole whatever issue he has, the crazy baby mama, the crazy issues, the image of being sold on a man. Maybe the cars. I know when I first moved here to Atlanta, there were more groupie men than there were groupie women.
Yeah.
Men had flashy cars but didn't have shit going on for them. Mm-hmm. They had a nice car, but then they lived in an apartment with no furniture. But we didn't know that. It took us, maybe a week or so, or maybe even a month, maybe even longer, depending on the person, to get to the house to see, really, or to get to a serious conversation to find out.
That's true. That's true. Marchell?
Yeah, she touched a lot of good points about the baby mama and everything.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys are here coming out the closet. They coming out.
Oh, yeah.
That's a lot of reason. Atlanta, what's the ratio now? The ratio is...
I have no idea.
3 to 1? 3 women to 1 man now.
I have been on that ratio thing for a long time. When I first moved here from New York, a lot of people were flocking to Atlanta because they said, the ratio women to men is 17 to 1, so all the men were flocking here. But really, when you break down the ratio of, the kind of women that there are and whether or not they're quality women versus the quantity of women, then the ratio is pretty much even, because it's a lot of bullshit that we deal with women. It's a lot of bullshit that we deal with men.
Yeah.
It just depends on where certain people are in their life, and, sometimes we have to go or sift through a lot of the bullshit.
Okay, so getting back to the 10 to 1 ratio, I think that men say it's 10 to 1. You said 3 to 1. I think that basically with 10 to 1 ratio, the woman that is of substance with that 10 to 1 is about,
I see 2.
2. What do you think? I think 1. I think 1 out of the 10 will probably be of substance to me, because it's hard to get a woman that have it all together, and they're gonna get, just garbage, just straight garbage is gonna be the 9 or the 8, and they're gonna get that 1. So you gotta search through 10 to get that 1 of substance, and then you're gonna act stupid because you got the 9 lingering in the, it's lingering there, just doing anything, just that the 1 of substance is not gonna do.
Yeah.
Well, I like to think of it this way. Why do the women have to be the ratio? Why is it the men? Because to me, as far as I'm concerned and where I am, I think that I'm the lesser of the ratio, and that there are a lot of men out there that are full of shit, and that I have to sift through, because I can meet anyone wherever I go, to the grocery store, to the gym, at the light, the gas station, shopping. I meet them everywhere, and so it's a matter of where that person is, where that man is. I've dealt with a lot of bullshit. I've met some nice men. I've met some men that were just ready to go straight to the altar. Mm-hmm. But, some men that did things too quickly, like spending money on me, going like all the way out. Like, it's good. What woman doesn't want that? But then at the end of the day, you have to say, okay, well, damn, he's doing this really quick. He must do this all the time.
Right.
Do you want that? No.
Right. I mean, you think exactly like I think. Because I think that too. Because when guys says, man, it's 10 to 1 out here, 10 to 1. And I think to myself, I'm not feeling that 10 to 1. What are you talking about?
I agree.
Because when we go out,
mm-hmm.
I mean, they're on us.
Mm-hmm.
And we can get 10 numbers in one night. But are we going to even call any of them? It's like strike, not him, not him, not him.
Mm-hmm.
You might call one and the conversation goes south. Like, they'll say something like, when you gonna cook?
Yeah.
Like, dude, you didn't even ask me out on a date. Can I come over?
You just write them off.
Can I come over?
So fast.
How about that new question? Where you live at? Let me pull up on you. Are you serious? Okay, strike him too. So, we do have to weed out. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, me and you coming from New York and then having the Jamaican background,
mm-hmm.
it's like we think so much alike. I look at you and I'm like, man, she's like my twin. So, what do you think, Marchell?
I've dated a little bit, but I haven't really jumped out there as much. But when I did, I don't know. I just, like you said, like it's like you have to keep up an image. They're going off of an image. If you don't have an image, then it's kind of like they don't,
mm-hmm.
They don't really want to take you as serious. I don't know. I think it's all over an image. And I think it's just an era right now,
mm-hmm.
and it's just in our generation, and it sucks because now young women, it's hard to have real relationships. And I mean, now the older guys are, dating the younger women, and it still makes it hard for us because the older guys aren't dating shit either. So,
The older guys have baggage.
Yeah, the package.
Delivery, baggage,
special delivery for you.
That you're like, okay. And then the younger guys was just so fun. They're like carefree and come on, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
And the older guys were like
Cougar.
But don't get me wrong, I respect the older guy more than I do a younger one. But anyway, alright guys, we're gonna take a break. Okay guys, welcome back to Single in the City. And now we have Ashley with us. She has just joined us. Late now. So what we want to talk about now is, have you ever dated a guy that had sugar in the tank?
Or that you thought had sugar in it?
Right.
I have dated somebody who I thought had sugar in their tank. Actually, I was with him for like a year and a half. But I don't think it was so much that he had, he was on the sweeter side. I think it was just, he was emotional person. So it kind of made me think that he had really feminine ways, but he wasn't really into men. But he had very feminine ways about him.
I agree. I had the same. I never dated someone that I thought may have been bisexual or gay, but I dated someone, and my traditional thought of what a man should be, I didn't think that he fulfilled what my expectation. One of the main things was he didn't speak with the manly voice, the baritone voice.
Right.
That is just something, that's not something that was taught to me. That's just something where it's like a sense of comfort or protection. And he, unlike, we us as women are pegged as being the needy ones most of the time in a relationship, but he was needy, and I just couldn't take it. It was just overwhelming.
That's exactly the same
I
thing.
don't like those
He was
guys.
needy.
He
did, I feel like I paid for everything. He didn't.
Oh, I'm not talking about that kind of needy now. That's pushing
that's
it
way
far
over
in.
the top.
He didn't contribute enough. He didn't have his own independence. It was kind of like he was dependent on me.
Oh, he was pimping.
He was young too.
Yeah, he was using it.
Yeah.
He was just pimping you.
Now,
But
my
I won't say that because it changed like over like after a year, after a year and a half, like it changed. But by the time he changed and realized that he had to be more dependent to be with me, it was kind of like too late because I had already met
Right.
somebody else.
Yeah.
What about you, Marchell?
I've dated a guy that I felt that was feminine, but I didn't notice until everybody else did. And I was like, well, I don't see it. And then one day, I was like, whoa, he did it.
was it a
Now I know.
mannerism or
It was like his actions,
Yeah.
or like, I mean, sometimes he would play and like mimic me, like,
a little too much?
yeah. And I was like, oh, you're doing that too well.
Well, yeah, like mine would say stuff like boo boo, and I'm like, whoa.
Oh yeah, that boo boo was a giveaway.
That boo boo?
That boo boo.
What?
That's it right there.
What?
Yeah.
Who says what?
Yeah.
Man says boo boo.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it right there.
I don't even like
Yeah.
it when a man texts me and say K. Just
Yeah,
spell out okay. Don't say K.
She's like going so deep about it. She's like, no, don't say K.
Don't say K by text.
But you
But
guys
if he
know what's
says
crazy?
K in person, that's gonna be like,
Even
oh
You
worse.
guys know what's crazy? I was in Uber the other day, and I always have conversations with my Uber drivers just to find out who they are, what they're about. So I'm talking to my Uber driver, and he's a gay man,
Yeah.
and he's talking to me about his boyfriend. He just starts venting to me. So I'm like listening to his story, and then I asked him, how long have you guys been together? He said, well, we're not together, but you say he was your boyfriend. He said,
Right.
well, he doesn't think he's gay. I said, well, what do you mean by that? He said, we have issues because he keeps having sex with women and he won't stop. But he's still putting his thing in my butt. And he's like, I think you're gay if you're doing that. And he said he's not gay. It was just a one-time thing.
Okay, I do want to address that.
So,
He's bisexual.
Yes.
Very
He's
much
bisexual.
he's definitely bisexual. But
Because
it's just
there,
kinda,
a lot of people think you either have to be gay or you're not.
Yeah. He's bisexual.
There is bisexual men out there too. So there is in between.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
No, that's when it gets deep.
It's bad because women don't know it. And he's like, he has so many girls, and like, they don't even know that he messes with me. Like, we have pictures together. He gets mad when I take pictures of him with me and stuff.
He doesn't
Like,
wanna
he's
come out.
in the closet. And I've never really experienced somebody telling me a real life situation about the men being in the closet out here. But it was really crazy because when he showed me the picture, he doesn't even look like he's gay.
Right.
Oh, it's a lot of them.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
it's a
can
lot
believe
of
that.
them. What about you?
Oh, one thing I do want to. Okay, I'm gonna address me in a minute. So she got me on that one. But Marsha, I do want to touch on something that you said. Yeah, when people, sometimes we don't see it, and then people will bring it to our attention, and then it's good because then we can open our eyes and start watching. You
Right,
know?
yeah.
Because
It's hard to see a situation when you're actually in the situation.
yes.
People may bring it to your attention, and then it may open your eyes and give you things to look at. It's very hard. It's just like when if you start a workout plan. If you see yourself every day, and other than trying on clothes, if you look in the mirror every day, it's hard to tell
Right.
what the changes are unless they're completely dramatic. But sometimes it may take someone for you to say, okay, well, maybe I am.
Yeah.
And it's hard to notice those situations when you're in them.
Yeah, I think love is blind, so sometimes you just gotta step out the box and say, hey, a lot of people are saying this.
Right.
Let me look and see. Oh yeah, he did pick that up a little funny. He did shake his butt a little bit. Yeah, but
Okay.
go ahead.
Oh, or like if you're in a relationship and I feel like if a guy ever asks you, hey, I want to try like anal sex.
Oh, yes.
I feel like
adamant
right
about
off the
it.
bat, like, why?
I think adamant
Why would you
about
want to do that?
adamant about anal sex.
Wait a minute. Let's time out. He wants to try anal sex on you, or he wants you to lick his ass, or because it's
No,
a difference.
anal sex on me.
Yeah, I think they're adamant about it. Like they keep pushing it.
Yes.
That is
I'm
something, but some people mention it, but they don't push it. But they do push it. I
Yeah.
think that is something
Yeah.
going on. I think, I don't know.
I agree.
We gotta get somebody that's on the other side to get on the show, and then that's coming up, guys. We have that coming up. So stay tuned for that. But for me, I would say yes, I was in a relationship, a long relationship with someone, won't say any names, that
think I know.
I thought, had a little sugar in the tank. And I think, like, in the streets, people might have known that. Because little red flags was popping up and just sometimes, acting a little funny. If you're out late at night until 6 in the morning playing the game with your homeboys, and I'm home in the bed, I don't know, guys. I don't know.
Right.
I'm leery about that. And then when you call, you do hear the homeboys, in the back. Yeah. And then I went through the phone one day and saw some texts that was from a guy. Yeah. And I was like, oh. Yeah.
Okay, come on. We need details. What kind of?
Right. Like, I can't wait to fuck you in the ass.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he did have sugar in his tank.
Yeah.
Now, okay.
Yeah. You gonna take this dick, nigga. Yeah.
Okay. Now the other one was kind of suspicion. This is basically evidence. Okay?
Right.
So there's no.
This is like he is bisexual.
Bisexual. So there's
No,
no.
man is
That's
texting
he's
another
like,
man
that's
that
how
he's
we talk like that about the game. We talking about the game.
Oh no.
I have
no.
5 brothers. Okay.
He really is.
And I can give you the man's perspective, even though I'm a woman,
I hope
because
he's
I
not
have so
watching.
many brothers. No man is gonna joke about anything gay related whatsoever,
Right.
Yeah, no.
without being really undercover.
Right.
Or
So what do you guys think about men who like will compliment or will say things about other men like he's not even cute, a hot nigga, or like he's not even like.
Oh no,
stuff
guys
like-
don't even do that.
no, they do, but not like that.
Yeah.
Now, what I've experienced, I may hear another guy say, well, he ain't even no nigga like that. He may say it like that, but to give specifics, hot like that, cute, men don't say cute.
Yeah,
not in my dictionary. Not the kind of men.
What about pretty? Men don't say that.
No,
No.
no.
Hell no.
They might say he ain't no real ass nigga.
Agree.
Or
Yeah. And that might just be a jealousy thing right there. But
Yeah,
all them
but-
details, adjectives about how they look or describing, nah, that's suspect.
you have to give like a whole tutorial. We need a class. How to figure out if he's gay before you date him.
We do need tips. We do need tips to watch for, like, if he, like, say.
But I think that should be the top
It's on
5
the top.
questions.
The top number 1 thing on the list is boo boo.
But then
That's when I heard that come out the mouth and then like, whoa.
Yeah.
And the fact that I used to say like you act like a female and it didn't bother him really made me feel a little bit more weird.
That's a fight right there.
Yeah.
But I think that should be one of the top 5 questions that a female asks a man when they first meet.
Are you gay?
Are you bisexual?
Because
They're not gonna tell.
but no, they will, because I've had men
Wow.
that come here from New York to visit, and they've had women, I've had girlfriends ask. That's like the second question. Do you have a girlfriend? Do you have a wife? And are you gay? And usually 5, 6, 8, 10 years ago, a dude would be ready to fight the female or just walk away, period. But now men have to really understand the days and times that we're in and the location that we're in. And that's a good ass question to ask.
Yeah.
It is.
It's right up there with the top 5 questions
Oh, yeah.
that you need to ask when you're dating people.
I didn't even know that married men are out here portraying like they're not married.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's old, sweetheart. That's been around for years.
Wow.
I never forget. We were at Lenox Square Mall in Atlanta, Georgia, and we were outside having dinner by Cheesecake Factory. They just built the Cheesecake Factory, and it was a guy with 2 little girls. They were so cute, and I was like, "Oh, look at the 2 little girls!" And someone asked the guy with the 2 little girls to take a picture, and he did.
Oh, he pouted, tooted the lips like
He
a.
was like, he set the girls aside, and he took the picture, and he did. I said, "Oh my God, he's gay!"
That was sugar.
Yeah.
That was sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
What?
that's what I mean. Like, just those little things.
I could see it from a mile away. So, and the one dude that I did date that I thought had the female tendencies with the voice thing, like it was like a turn off. Like
Yeah. It is.
like when it became, you know, like I he was fine as hell. So, you know, we did have sex, but you know, when it came to the intimate part, and I was like, oh my God. Like, I was like, can you please shut up? Like,
Right.
oh my God, like you gonna make my pussy dry up. I was like, shut up. If you could just stand there and just look
Seriously.
good, and I'm like,
You'll
just
dry
shut
up real quick.
up. Like nothing else was suspect about
Like when you
him.
wake up in the morning.
Yes, nothing else was suspect but that.
But you know what? I noticed that the gay ones are always fine as hell. Why is that? I don't know.
They so fine
They
coming
so
out. I'm
fine.
like,
I
why
mean,
you
even
fine?
the guy on Empire
You
is
wrong
like,
for
oh
being
my
gay.
gosh, he's like just sexy all So everybody's coming out of the closet these days, like on TV, even on ABC. That's like regular TV. I'm feeling some type of way about that because kids are watching, and we don't want to put into little kids' heads. I mean, they showing two men having sex on TV. This is not HBO.
Two women.
And two women too. So we don't want to put those things inside kids' heads. You know, I just feel some type of way about that. And I don't know. There's nothing we can do. We have youngins growing up and they watching TV and they see two men having sex. Two women having sex. When we was growing up, it wasn't like that. We didn't see that on TV. We had to be watching some paid television or something like that. So I feel some type of way about it.
my son is not even gonna watch TV. Like, we're gonna watch movies. Disney, Lion King. Like, we're gonna watch old traditional movies. Like, you can't. Everything is just, they even have movies in theaters now that are doing gay subliminal messages in the children movies. So
I think it's taking the responsibility away from parents, and where it's so everything is just so open, and it's nothing against gay rights and same couple marriages or anything like that. But I think it's just taking a lot of the power away from teaching, you know, your children.
I get offended when I hear stuff like that. Like, Free Code, that song. If I'm out and they play that song, I'm not about to turn up with y'all.
What is the name of it?
Future Free Code.
Oh yeah, I don't.
freak out.
And these
I'm
girls
not
will
liking
dance
it.
and turn. They love this song.
Yeah.
It's playing everywhere. Like, people love
Yeah.
that song. And it's just like, I sit down when that song comes on because I'm like,
Yeah.
y'all really dancing to this man calling y'all some free codes?
Yeah.
No, now let me say
No.
something.
Oh, she's
It's
you
just
know
some
that be
things
right.
I can't deal
That means
with.
she's
Like,
dancing. She's one of them jumping up
No,
dancing.
I'm not saying that I'm a freak hoe at all, because I'm not. I'm only a freak with one man, and that's my man. But I like the beat, and I don't like what he's saying. I like Future, but I don't always agree about what he's saying. I like the beat.
Right.
So I'm like, if he's saying freak hoe on the beat,
I like some of his
I like
songs,
the beat,
but
so I'ma
I mean,
dance.
no, it's not about his.
It's not about what he's
the,
saying.
It's about, to me, that song is just, he
To
says
me.
it over repeatedly and over, free code,
Yeah,
free
he
code, free
does.
code, free
Right.
code. That's
Right.
all he's saying the whole song. And like, if you're dancing to that, I just feel like people look at you like, dang, she
Yeah.
really is enjoying herself to this song.
Right.
This man called her free code. Maybe then he called her free code. Like,
yeah.
I
I
know,
mean,
it's just
I
certain
don't
things.
know.
Like, it's okay for them to say certain things in songs as long as it's not consistency to it,
Yeah.
especially when it's a good beat. But like, when somebody's repeatedly saying free code, it's another song like that I don't really like
Yeah.
either.
I can see,
But
yeah.
it's just like, it's
that's how I used
weird.
to
Like,
be.
you don't, I feel weird when I'm like thrilled by that.
Right.
By somebody saying that.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like that's kind of disrespectful.
I don't know. I like songs
Yeah.
off of beats though.
I do too, but when somebody
So-
keeps repeatedly saying free code,
Yeah.
I'm not a hoe.
Yeah.
I'm not
I
about to
can
get happy
understand
for
it.
calling one. They
Yeah.
called one.
I can definitely understand that.
You know?
Yeah.
It's just like, it's weird. I'm just weird when it comes to stuff like that.
I don't know. I just don't think about it too much. I just think about the beat, and I'm just like, oh, I like this beat. It's kind of.
Right.
And then whatever he's saying on it, I just ignore it. I don't know.
Okay. You're
Right.
just living.
Yeah.
So Tina,
Yes.
I noticed the ring on your
Oh,
ring
this?
on your finger.
Mhm.
Are you engaged? Are you single?
Oh, I'm very much single.
Oh, okay. 'Cause
But
now
it will be replaced very soon.
I know a viewers, I just want to clear that up.
Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
So you have potential?
I do.
Oh, good. Wow. I was watching Being Married the other day, and I was watching the last episode, the one with the funeral. Have you seen it?
Mhm.
You guys saw it?
Yeah.
So, in that episode, you have the part where, was it her mother and father in the house, and they were getting dressed. He was getting his tie. She was in the closet getting dressed for the funeral, and she was trying to stretch for her hat. And I just got all choked up. I was just like, he came and he
It was a
helped her.
moment. It was
He
a
helped
moment.
her with the hat, and I was like, who's gonna help me with my hat? You know what I mean? I was like, man, it's just so hard out here. Like, who's gonna help me with my hat? That was my moment with that. I mean, so you got a potential. You keep it serious.
I have a
girl.
couple.
Wow.
It's like whoever.
Whoever step up to the plate first.
Yes, basically.
Yeah.
And it's sad, but that's what you have to do. You can't get yourself wrapped all up in one person. Your number one objective is to make sure that you don't get hurt as
Right.
an individual. So, there's only one person that knows you the best, and that's you. I actually have two potentials, and they are one person I've known for 18 years, just one person that I've dated for close to 6-7 years.
Wow.
And they are both husband material straight
Right.
out the box. They are people that will get my hat.
What do you think, Ashley? What do you think?
Oh.
Do you have anyone there that can get your hat? Who's gonna be there for you and
Ooh.
hold you down?
This
And
is fine.
Got
Right,
your
let's
back.
talk about this.
because to me, getting the hat is someone who's there and got your back.
Yeah.
It's probably the wrong time to talk to me about this. I'm going through a very weird phase with the person I've been dealing with. So, I mean, I'm not really close to my family, so I have very few friends, and he's kind of like the person I can put more aside, some of like my friend/family side. But it's like we have more of our relationship has a lot of drama for many different reasons, and I would say he's a person that has my back, but it may just be hard because we're still in the phase of being together and not together at the same time, if you know what I mean. It's
Sometimes that's the best thing. That's
it's
when you get
trauma.
but that's when you get to know someone. That way you're not vested. You don't have anything to lose, you don't have anything to gain. If you're just getting to know, and sometimes a lot of us, we rush into relationships. We are head over heels at first, and then, oh my God, if the sex happens, we're emotional creatures. That's the way God intended us to be. As much as we may not want the men to know that, that's when, it kind of develops, unless you are just a wall of stone.
We've been like on and off for a year. It's just things been getting just kind of weird lately.
It's only been a year.
It's been long.
It feels longer, right?
It does feel
feels
like
longer.
I'm telling you, I've been through everything with him. Like I've met, he's older though. He's the first older person I really dated this long, and so that's probably.
It sounds like you have that love-hate relationship.
We do. We have.
I know that one. I know
was
these
around
people.
And after we could be around each other and not speak at all. And it's just like.
But let me tell you what I tell my girlfriend. I have a girlfriend that couldn't get over this guy. They haven't broke up for like a whole year. And I tell her, I said, listen, this is what you do. Put down everything. Just go in your closet. Get your black dress out. And you're going to put it on. And you're going to have a whole funeral for him. Just put in your mind that he's dead. He's no longer around.
I thought she was
Just
going to say
kill
go
him
out.
off. Right.
Go to a party.
That's all. Just kill him off. And mentally,
Just kill him off.
you have to kill him off mentally. Because If you don't, you're always going to be going back. So, Marchell,
Oh.
do you have anyone who will get your hat?
I don't know. I think I do.
Wow. That's nice to know.
Yeah, but I feel like at this point in time, I feel like he's not in the position for me right now.
Right.
Yeah.
The timing.
Yeah, the timing is bad. When the timing is bad, it's just like, oh man.
I hate it when that happens to me.
You know? So,
I hate it.
I definitely feel like he would definitely get my hat.
Great.
And everything above it and under it.
That's awesome. That's awesome to know. I'm happy for you.
So Michelle, do you have anyone that is potentially get your hat?
Well, remember, I was crying. I was like, who's going to get my hat? When I was watching the show.
Right.
Because I felt like I don't really have that person there that will get my hat. I really do. So, yeah. I don't think I have anyone that will get my hat.
Bad timing.
But
Bad timing.
you think it was bad time?
Bad timing.
I don't think so. I can't tell you that one person that I feel that, hey, he got my back. No, I don't. But you know, guys will say they do. But for you to genuinely feel
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to know it.
You
It's
gotta
different.
feel it.
yeah, because guys tell you all day.
Yeah.
But I don't feel that with anyone. I really don't. I think, yeah, oh wow. I don't even want to go into it. I mean, I think if I was broke down on the side of the road, I don't know. And please, I hope
Oh,
God,
you know what? Whatever.
I would never be broke down on the side of the road.
I'm not feeling it because you know what? I've seen when we've gone out
The guys.
and even new guys that interact with her. If she doesn't have anyone that will get her hat, she's getting it her own way, which I already know that that's true, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
So she has somebody that'll get the hat, but I know that it may not be who you want.
Right.
maybe.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
And I didn't think about that either.
That's deep.
I feel that you're changing, but the guys that you're coming across now are not good for you.
Really?
Yeah, they're
No?
not now. Yes.
I think she has a short fuse. Her fuse is like this.
Yes.
So-
It's like, oh, you're not gonna be it.
Yeah. Boom.
Next. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next.
Yeah, like one little thing, you said something wrong or you do something wrong. It's just and I
agree.
understand
I
that
agree.
because the clock is ticking right
No,
now.
it's just
No, I
not-
don't think it has
it's
anything
not-
to do with the clock.
No,
I think it has
I'm
to
not
do
having
with.
any kids, so
No, I know that.
Right.
But the clock is ticking as far as you wanting to settle down right now.
How long
It's
have
like
you been
wanna be
single?
married
No,
right now.
no, wait a minute. I don't think that's it either. And just in her and I having short conversations, but detailed conversations, I think it's because her and I being a little older, we've seen so much,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and maybe because of the way, you know, she looks, she may get more attention than the average person. And because of that, you know, you can take an average looking person that may, when they go walk down the street, they only have one person try to stop and talk. We've been out, and I mean, it's like that, back to
Right,
back to
yeah.
back. So, of course, you know, there are going to be people that she may meet, and they may say one or two things, and it's
She
like,
know
that's
right
it.
off the bat. Yeah.
But
And
sometimes,
she says that a lot. Like
yeah.
I can spot bullshit from a mile away. She always says that.
Mhm.
And I understand that. I get that. But it's kind of like some people mess up sometimes.
I agree,
Give it a
and that's
chance.
what I meant by you getting in your own way. And sometimes, you know, like she has a valid point. Some people do mess up sometimes. In
But it's
conversation,
like
and
what you
sometimes
said.
they're intimidated. Some, you know, a lot of men
Intimidation.
don't know how to talk to, handle, conversate with not only pretty women but confident pretty women that know how to speak, that know how to talk, that know, and that everybody else wants.
Right.
That's intimidating to some men. That's why I say the men that I know I'm a handful, so I need someone that's on 10
Right.
compared to me.
Exactly.
Because I've had the jealous boyfriend. I've had the boyfriend that by all means, just looking at him, you got everybody would be like, damn.
Yeah.
But he was so he was so insecure.
Right.
It was like no matter what I did, the whole nine, no matter what I did, he was still intimidated.
Yeah. Yeah. No matter what you do.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, I think we've seen it all, and that's why we can spot bullshit
I agree.
when we see it. I have a short fuse for that. Like, yeah, I'm like next because I don't want to put up with no more bullshit. I'm gonna be real to you, and I need you to be real to me out the gate.
That is, I think that you need to definitely date someone that is at least 5 to 8 years your senior. No more.
Wow.
No more, because men our age, she said it at the beginning of our discussion, is that there are older men dating younger women.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, there is what it can be for a lot of different reasons, but you're not finding. You are not. It's not a needle in a haystack. It's a piece of hay in a haystack that you're looking for. Men our age and younger that want to go straight to the relationship. And oh my God, don't let them have some money.
Oh, yeah.
Because then they're going to think that every woman that they meet is out to take them for what they have.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Unless
And
it's someone
then
that
that
you've
breaks
known
down.
someone. So I definitely think you need to go older.
They kill me with that too.
And they'll get your hat for you.
You think so?
Most definitely.
So I gotta look for the one that's close to the grave.
The ones our age don't want to. They don't want to be settled down.
They don't want to. They don't want
They're
to.
just getting out
I'm just trying
here.
to figure this out because if he's close to the
They still want to
grave,
be young.
he can't get my hand.
Let me tell you this.
I'm confused.
I'm not
I feel like
close
this is
to
the
the
thing with
grave.
older women and older
Wait.
older men.
Not close to the grave. No. And then my potential that's overseas right now.
Yeah.
He's only 3 years older than me.
That's good. I mean, 3 years older than me is not bad. Thanks for joining us. Tina, what's your IG?
Oh, worldwide 0611.
And Marchell?
I'm Marchell Sade Smith on IG.
I'm one Ash Ave on IG.
Michelle_Sade 7. Number 7, that is. And thank you for joining us, guys.
Thank you.